everybody, we are at the Norwich Antique Store. This is a really cool place. We're going to go on in and check it out and see what kind of cool things they have. Let's go! This was an easy place to find. It's right on the corner. You can't miss it. They have great parking. The only thing about it is that there's no sign to tell you that's what it is. So it's this big log cabin, and it had a lot of really cool things. Later in this video, we are going to go ahead and share with you some of the stories about this place from one of the owners. We got to talking with her, as you'll see, and we learned a lot of really cool things about some of the history. As you can see, they've got some jewelry here, different brooches. I'm not really a person to look at jewelry, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit about what they have. Just bear in mind that a lot of things that you see here, I couldn't possibly share everything with you. You just have to go and look. But these videos are at least give you an idea of some of the things you'll see. So something that might not interest you but does with me, like here are these really cool carousel figurines. This is a frog prince, how cool is that? And then of course a giraffe. Looks like a tiger, and it's just really cool. I thought, what a nice collection. I saw a unicorn, a lion, you know, along with the horses, and the cute rabbit. Oh my gosh, that was so cute. And just a lot of really neat things. A zebra, you know, an elephant. Just really cool little figurines. Like I said, some of it may not be completely antique. It's more vintage. Like I like a little bit of Wedgwood, and I love these beautiful, you know, tall ship paintings. I've been trying to find one that I remembered my Aunt Gracie having, but I haven't found it yet. But this place had a lot of really cool, older, you know, framed, you know, pictures and paintings. A lot of cute little unique items. Some things are very old. I know some of you are looking for primitive things. Like here are these really cool spoons. My mother had some spoons from a shipwreck. I don't know if I still have them because I have her doll collection where she kept them with. There's more jewelry and stuff like that. And one of these mirrors, I see a lot of these, you know, the old, you know, older people had them. We had one and it was more colonial style. And then a pretty doll. She's not really antique-y, but she's very pretty. My mother had a doll collection. I have a lot of really old dolls. But this gives you an idea. Like I said, for some people, I know you're looking for the real primitive things. Some things are hard to find. You have to really look close. It's just layered in here. And I don't even think, you know, they could possibly know every single thing that they have. It's just impossible. You'll learn some of the history as to, you know, what all. There's some of it, this period piece glass, a lot of that I noticed. I really like that. That's really pretty. But some things that may interest me may not interest you. And if you see anything that you like or you want to stop it, just feel free to pause the video and then you can look, you know, really closely at anything that you see. They had lots of cabinets full of all kinds of little bits and bobs. Some really interesting pieces. Lots of furniture. I love the Wedgwood. That's always so pretty to me. If there is something specific that you really would like to try to find, as I'm going through different antique stores in Maine, as well as other areas that I happen to be visiting, I'll be sure to try and keep that in the back of my mind. Like there's a lot of little bits of Elvis, you know, memorabilia here and there scattered throughout the store. And I love these guys here, those little tribal guys. They're so cool. This is a gorgeous chest. Oh my god, I don't know what it was used for or what it is, but exactly, but it was so pretty. Lots of fishing reels. But feel free to put it in the comments. You know, something you really want me to try to find. A lot of door stops. Huge collection, all different kinds. There's a lot of nautical stuff in here. Of course, we're in Connecticut, so it's not a big, huge surprise. Of course, leave it to me to find a Ouija board. Not really antique-y, but it was kind of cool. Isn't this neat? Is this Scrimshaw? Or I think that's the word for it. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I love that. It is so pretty. I'm not really huge or up and up on antiques. I love going and looking, seeing all the old photographs and things. A lot of things like brings back childhood memories. So I'm sure y'all who are watching this are probably more knowledgeable than I am, and feel free to jump in and say, hey, I saw some of these, or I saw some of that, and those are cool, or be looking for that, Wanda. But let's go ahead and listen to some of the stories that the lady had to share with us. Isn't that guy cute?
Shop. Yeah, oh, fun.
Hi.
Yeah. Oh, I see you taking lots of videos.
Lots of video.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You finding some good stuff?
A lot of really interesting pieces.
Thanks. Yeah, this is my parents' shop.
Oh, is it?
Oh, was
Yes. Yes. Well, my mom's still here, but not at the moment. She's in Florida for the winter.
Oh, yeah.
So me and my brother basically open it in the winter time, so she can stay in Florida.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she's just gets
Very,
to the
very
point where
nice.
she doesn't want to be cold anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I think you guys have a lot of more interesting stuff.
Thank
You have older items?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, we were closed for 10 years.
Oh, were you?
Yes, my dad got real sick with a heart attack,
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
they didn't know how to get this place open the 4
Right.
or 5 days a week like they used
Right.
to work. So my dad's solution was shut it down.
Yep.
So it was entombed.
Really?
Yes, and about 4 years ago, I approached and
Yeah.
said, "What are we doing with the cabin and what's
Right.
going on?" Because the children, all 4 of us, we're not really all that big into antiques. I mean, we have a little bit here and there, scattered vintage things in our homes, but not like enough. And we all appreciate it because we grew up with it. But again, so he's like, "What are we doing?" Well, if you can't open it 4 or 5 days a week, then it's just going to stay closed. I'm like, "Dad, that's really antiquated."
Right.
And you're
right.
thinking, I said, I'm a school teacher. So I said,
Oh, nice.
in the summers, how about Friday, Saturday? And then when I go back in the school year, Saturdays until Christmas. And we'll just see how it goes. Just give me a chance at it, Dad.
Right.
So we can,
Right.
he had warehouses full at that point.
Wow.
So I
Big
was like,
collector.
oh yeah, this is all they did.
Yeah.
They didn't have any other occupation except this.
Right.
So and they made a living at it. We wouldn't say they lived high off the hog.
No.
But they got to go to Florida when
Right.
they hit, like, I think it was 55. They bought a home down there and would go down for the winter for about 2 months. So I mean, they had their fun in life, you know.
Right.
They just didn't live, you know, in a castle. You know? She was like, I don't like, I know I don't like the cold. And we're like, okay, Mom. So you can go and we'll just work still the 1 day a week. That's what we got. And she's like, okay, good enough for me. Otherwise we'd be closed. So it's better than nothing.
Yes.
Because eventually all the garages, the basement, it all needs to get put in here because you can't sell it if it's not on display.
Right.
So
True.
'cause
Very true.
eventually we'll sell the store, you know, like in 10, 15 maybe years from now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we have to keep moving it.
It'll
So-
be a nice house someday.
Yeah, well, my dad always thought if the antique business failed, you could see it. He's got it separated into 3, so
Yes.
he's got 3 services. Like he planned it in his mind when he put it all together.
Right.
That, you know,
Split it
if
up
I
and-
can't make it
Oh,
the whole
nice.
thing,
Yeah.
then I'll just rent a section, and then even struggling more, rent another section, and then I'll have just a little
Oh,
piece,
nice.
and it'll
Yeah.
be good enough.
Yeah.
And we almost sold it about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, no
That first
kidding.
year I opened, they were in major communication with the right down the driveway here, the next driveway over.
Right.
It was a liquor store right there, and he needed more space. And he would come up, and the 2 old men would talk. All right,
Yeah,
you know, they
maybe this,
negotiated
maybe
a
that.
price.
Right.
And the next thing you know, he inherited a huge amount of money from his mother. He didn't anticipate she was going to pass.
Right.
And inherited a bunch of money and said, you know what? I don't even want to work anymore. So he sold his business, and then it collapsed. It did.
No.
And, you know, the whole pandemic and that craziness.
Oh, I know. That was a mess.
So,
that was a mess.
It just was like, you know, it's just not meant to be. And so we're just kind of chugging along.
Yeah. Got a lot of lamps.
My dad was fascinated.
I was going to say, I was telling
lamps.
my wife, it says, somebody loves lamps.
This was my dad.
Lamps. A lot of really cool lamps.
Knew there was so much function. You know, you could always use lamp.
Yeah.
So humans love lamps.
Yeah.
So he would create a lot of them.
Oh, did he make some of them? Yeah.
Yep. If you see a lot of new fixtures, or he repaired them.
Yeah.
He brought them back to life.
Very nice.
So you should have seen our cellar.
Oh, wow.
And his workspace in the garage. I could fill this floor of just parts.
Wow.
Yeah, we've sold a lot off because we've had other lamp makers come in.
And go,
and they're like, and here's your box.
Here you go.
Go pick, and we'll negotiate later. And they all leave happy.
Funny.
Yep.
That's
good stuff.
Yeah, I started.
Because you can't get this stuff nowadays.
No,
and the
you can't.
prices for things. Yeah. So that's why they're just like, whatever you want, it's fine.
Right.
I can't get this. Or the catalog prices for this stuff is just knock your socks off.
Right.
So, yeah, that price is great. And we don't have any desire to do any lamp making anymore.
No, so it's there, yeah.
We'll sell what's existing and what he did. But nothing. We got enough going on.
No, a lot of, like I said, a lot of really good old stuff.
Yeah, a lot of nice stuff.
You have no idea what we had. When we opened up after that 10-year stint.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. We were so swarmed. It was like lines everywhere.
Yeah.
Because we were half off. So we're talking prices from 80s and 90s on some of the stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, and then you put the half off discount on it. People were just, boxes were flying out of here. And a lot of it was that old stuff.
Right.
Oldest stuff.
Because a lot of antique stores we go to, it's like,
it's gotten very commercial.
Yeah,
well, it's more flea market almost. It's. But yeah, it is. It's become more flea market-y. So you see things that are really cool that remind you of your childhood, and it may not really be that old. But then you get some really cool pieces like that. I don't know what it was, but it was neat looking. Didn't she have some great stories though, and a lot of rich history? So here we are. This is upstairs, and we are looking at some of the different trunks and things that they have. And again, there's a little bit of Elvis. Beautiful, beautiful chinaware, just dishes and things like that, period pieces. It reminds me of the Rosenthal china my father brought back from Germany. Had a black tea rose on it. It was absolutely stunning. My sister, I believe, has that. But I couldn't possibly show you guys everything. You just have to go, you know? But at least the videos can give you an idea of what they have. And I tried to stop the whiplashing, so hopefully you don't get too dizzy on this one. And I know it wasn't some of your guys' things, but I love the old radio, the old, record players. Those are just really cool. And of course I had to look and see what it was that the record was there, and I didn't recognize it. But let's listen to what the lady had to say about one of her customers that comes in. It just really sends home about how much is really here. It's just amazing. So here we go.
We just had a woman in this morning. She has a big old Victorian home, and she buys mirrors. And she came down this morning with 2 mirrors, and I thought she had gotten every gold leaf mirror out of places. There's no way. There's got to be any more gold leaf mirrors. She came down with 2 gold leaf mirrors. I'm like, where did you find those? She goes, I had to peel back a couple layers. They were against the wall upstairs. I'm like,
and like you said, if you don't see it, you don't have it on display, you can't sell it.
exactly.
And
she said every time she comes in, she has a new agenda. Like, she's looking for a lamp. She's looking for a vase. She goes, so everything else, like, you look quick and you're scanning, but you're not focusing.
Right.
You're only looking for that thing you're looking for.
Yeah.
So she goes, it looks like there's fresh inventory in here weekly. And I'm like, there kind of is.
Right.
I do bring in boxes, at least a box or two every week. Can you really tell once it gets thrown in where it is?
No.
But it's in here.
Right.
There's
You
new
have
stuff.
to go so
Like
slow.
these here, I just brought them in. My brother was putting them on the trailer to throw them out.
They're what? They're horse?
They're horse legs.
Horse legs.
And I'm
out
like,
of wood,
how cool
cart.
if someone put this up against a wall in a man room. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Make like
So
a
are
hook
they-
out of it, and you put
are they-
the jacket.
They're
That's
wood?
what I was thinking.
They're wood or?
They're wood.
Wood? They're
Yeah.
carved out of
Carved
wood.
wood. And I said, Dennis, this is all hand carved wood.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a really cool look.
Somebody spent some time on
Someone
that.
will
Yeah, they will.
buy these for some weird project. You know what I mean? Make a table or
Yeah.
display. I don't know.
There's a lot of people who are into horses. And
Exactly.
so they'll put them up as
And
just...
a couple of people are like, to the wall. And then you
Yeah.
make like a hook and you put your coat on it. I'm like,
Yeah.
there you go. It's a coat rack.
That's funny. That's funny.
In a man room, it doesn't even have to have a purpose.
That's right. That's right. It doesn't. It just can be there. I thought that was funny. The lady had a great sense of humor. Love the spinning wheel, and I think those are hat boxes, I think. Of course, I love the nice pretty punch bowl. That spinning wheel was amazing, though. I was like, oh my gosh. Is it a replica? You guys tell me. It looks like it's kind of bent. Like, maybe it's been used. Here's some of those lamps she talked about. I do think that was kind of nice, though, that when the lady was looking for things, of course she has a big Victorian home, but even still, instead of going to get something brand new, you're going to an antique shop and, you know, and you pick up something that maybe you need there instead, and you're supporting your local community and stopping things from going into the landfill. Who's a cute little mouse? But, you know, it helps them, it helps you. They have a lot of interesting pieces, though. There's some things like that, you know, that little skating pond thing that's not so new, or not so old. All the dolls. Some of them look like Madame Alexander dolls. They had a lot of scales, too. I thought that was interesting. I love the old chess. There's another scale. But everywhere you look, there's something different. Like she said, she brings in new boxes and then she'll scatter it around and then you just, you know, you don't know. It could be brand new from week to week. And we just happened to be here on the one day a week that they were open. I had no idea it was only open one day a week, and we were there. I think it was a Saturday. Beautiful ocean picture there next to that cradle. And that looks old. I don't know how old that would be. So here we're going to go back downstairs again. We see all these pictures here along the wall. I thought that was kind of neat. A lot of cool looking plaques. There's one there. It says Thomas Edison. I wasn't sure if you can go out there to anything more, but I don't think so. That was just a side exit door they were going in and out of. So I went back inside, a lot of steins, and a cuckoo clock. We had one of those similar to that when I was growing up. I said a lot of things here just remind you, you know, of different things you remember from your childhood. I guess it's one of the reasons I like to go inside the antique stores. I may not usually buy anything, unless we're looking for one of those metal trays or something we were always doing. I thought this was pretty. Well, I guess it's pewter or silver, but it has some kind of green on it. I don't know. It's painted. It's very pretty. They had a few like really old books. This one looked really cool. It's a famous leaders and battle scenes of the Civil War. So I had to open it up here and take a peek real quick to see what was inside it. And these are the old paintings or sketches. They were really neat. Just showed different scenes of the Civil War. And then there's a few generals it's showing. It's a very nice book. I didn't want to open it up too much because it looked really old and it was a little fragile. It looked like some of the pages were kind of coming out there. So we're going downstairs. Cool tavern, you know, sign. See? 50% off sticker price, and I don't know if that's what it is throughout the entire store or just here in the lower level. Old photography kind of equipment. A lot of really cool, unique items, I thought. Military uniforms. Some of them aren't so old. Some of them look like they're a little bit old. Some things you look at and I don't know what it is. Lots of lanterns though. But you can see if you look at that, you know, like you'd have to really look in close. And like that lady did to have found those gold leaf mirrors, you have to peel back the layers. You have to really take your time, and you could spend days, hours upon hours here at the very least, trying to just look at everything. It's just impossible. I can't imagine having those warehouses, like she said, and have it be entombed, what a word, for 10 years. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? It's like a time capsule, eh? Beautiful bowl. I like that one. That was very pretty. I'm not a big yellow fan, but that was pretty. Moonshine jugs always make me laugh. But this is really neat looking. This is one of those lamps she talked about, a spinning wheel lamp. I thought, oh my gosh, how neat is that? The Eastern Star. I guess they're either candle holders or something. Pewter or silver. I don't know which they were. Maybe you can tell me which one you think it is, because I don't know. I love this painting. I thought it was really pretty. The framing is unique, but it was a real pretty painting. Lots of fireplace tools. Another scale. Looks like some kind of fisherman hook. Or is it Captain Hook's hook? Arr! Again, unique lamps. Just odd pieces. And I know that's not old, but of course I love Scotland, so I had to get a good look at the little plaque there. This thing's unique. I don't know what it is. Looks like an incense burner, maybe. Maybe y'all can tell me. Or a brazier or something, you know? A brazier. I don't know. I'm not sure. It looks like some mallets there. Some wooden mallets. You definitely have some older stuff here. Would you call it primitive? I don't know. But it sounds like a lot of really old stuff got bought up. Can't imagine getting too much older, but... So hopefully this video doesn't make any of y'all dizzy. Oh, that is the Barnegat Bay Lighthouse. I recognize it right off the bat. That is in Jersey. I used to go to the parking lot at this lighthouse when I was a little girl, and I used to bounce those super balls in the parking lot because it was a huge parking lot. My sister and I would be on the other side, and we would bounce the rubber super balls to each other. It was so much fun. We used to go crabbing there too. I like a lot of these military kind of, you know, pictures. You know, they're kind of like certificates. I thought they were really neat. The pig. It's a little fishing basket. We used to have one similar to that. Old guitars. And that wooden pedestal, I don't know if that's a chair or it looks like a table pedestal maybe. You put a piece of glass or another piece of wood on top. It was hard to tell with everything piled on it. But it looked neat. Oh, you can get so caught up in looking at everything. My mother had a lacquered black one, similar to chest to that. It was really pretty. It was Oriental style painting on it. It was very pretty. I don't think I have that anymore. There's another nautical lamp. A lot of really weird ones too. And I know some of you are into it, but oh, I like looking at the old record players. It's just neat. I have a big collection of 78s that I need to let go of. All my record collection, let go of. I'm not sure what to do with it. I think I found this one online. And what was this? Do y'all know what this is? Modern Moorcraft. What is that? Is that a hobby kit or some kind of building block or something? I don't know. Oh, looks like some pillars there in the background. The flamingos! You know, I didn't even notice these when we walked through. And here's a really cool military helmet. Grecian, or is it Roman? I don't know which one. Looks like there's lions on it. So that would make me think more Rome, but... And I love the owls. It is cute. A lot of neat clocks. Lots of clocks. Scale on the floor. This guy here was really cool, this shelf sitter guy. Ooh, my goodness. Lloyd's got a Boston head. We used to collect those. That's the one that they had, that he was holding in his hand just now. We didn't have that one. I still have some, and I need to get rid of them. You know, it's time to let go of a lot of stuff. Okay, so we're going back up the steps now. I know I didn't linger too long in here in the stairwell, but I just thought it was cool just to see some of the pictures going by. It's like, why not the steps? These are the kind of places, though, you can't just look at eye level. You have to cast your eyes looking on the floor, and then you gotta look on the ceiling too. There's an old wooden chess set. But, you know, see, you have to look up too, and you can see those old rod and reels up there hanging. It's a good way to show them off. And then, of course, those of you know how much I love Halloween. I got all excited seeing the little pumpkin tea set. I love that bowl. If I get back that way and they still have that bowl, I think I'm going to get that bowl. It's so pretty. But let's hear some more from one of the owners.
I don't have a website at the moment. My niece is coming because we had one, but then my father and mother, it used to be Norwich Town.
I saw that, yeah.
We used to be in Norwich Town, but when my father built this for her in the 80s, they were too nervous to change the name, that people would think it was someone different.
Sure. Right.
So they kept Norwich Town, but so many locals come in and like, you're not Norwich Town. And I'm like,
okay.
I know, we're not.
I gotta explain this.
Yes. So I finally just said, all right, we're dropping the town.
Yeah. Right.
And so now everything, I'm trying to line up I even put to Google.
Right. Because they still showed Norwich Town.
And I was just like. In process, right? I had to verify the business. I don't even know how many times I took the video and showed them with my keys opening the door. It's me, you know. Please let me have control of my site. Right. And they finally verified the business, and I put in to change it from Norwich Town to Norwich, but it's still in process because it takes weeks for them to keep checking.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But whatever. But hopefully within a month,
we'll say Norwich.
But there'll still be old threads.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
If you say Norwich Town.
Norwich Town, they kind of know where it's at.
It's
right.
the same.
Let you go. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
you're so
Appreciate it. It was
welcome.
nice
You're
to
so
meet
welcome.
you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Have yourself a great day.
We will.
Yes.
We will enjoy it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. So this was cool.